Welcome to Dr. Walls and Friends, live at the Mega Martial Arts Weekend at the Tropicana Hotel in Atlantic City. And I am here with Fred the Hammer Williamson.
Dr. Walls, was it? You said,
Yes.
Did you say Dr. Walls?
I sure did.
Explain that.
I am a doctor of clinical psychology.
Oh, you're heavy.
I am.
What was your alumnus? Where'd you go to school?
I went to Chestnut Hill College for my master's and for my doctorate, and I went to Temple University for my undergrad.
Well, hey, you and Bill Cosby.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. I'm a Northwestern grad.
Are you?
Yeah.
All right.
From a Chicago street thug to Northwestern, that's a big jump.
Yeah, it is a big jump.
Yeah, it is.
All right.
I graduated with an architecture and engineering degree, as a matter of fact.
Wonderful. And did you do anything with it?
I worked as an architect during the off-season when I was playing pro ball. For 10 years, I worked for Bechtel Steel during the off-season.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love it.
Something to do.
So you can kind of relate to Sherman and some of what he's talking about right now, coming from Compton?
Well, no, what Sherman said is cool. I mean, there was nothing wrong with it. It's just that he has no style and no class. You can say that if you have style and class. If you could do it like the Hammer did when he played, if you could do it like Muhammad Ali did when he boxed.
Yes.
He talked about being the greatest and being the world's best boxer ever, but he had a charm.
Yes, he
had
did.
a smile.
Yes.
You don't talk about yourself in anger.
Yes.
You have to have some style, so people will say the worst thing they can say about you is, "Man, that guy is crazy." But then they say worse things about that to him now because he did it in an ugly way. And that's all. That's all. He just did it ugly.
So he can grow.
He can keep talking. He can keep saying the same thing. Just do it with a smile, dude.
That's right. Do it with some finesse.
Do it with style and class.
So we're gonna have a classy interview right now.
It's my style.
All right now.
Go for it.
So now you played for one of my favorite teams of all time. Now they get mad at me
Who's
in
that?
Philly.
Who's that?
The Raiders.
Well, it's the Raiders, the bad boys. They wouldn't call me the Hammer if I didn't play for the Raiders.
Now, how did you get the Hammer name?
From knocking people out.
Uh-huh.
If I played today, they would fine me $50,000 for walking on the field. And $50,000 for the tackle I'm about to make. So it would cost me $100 to play today because I couldn't play the way they play now.
See?
No.
They too soft now?
Oh man, I mean, they not only they soft, they get hurt. Nobody didn't get hurt. That many players got hurt back in the day like that.
Yes.
Nah.
It's the truth.
No.
I had an uncle that played.
Who's that?
It was Charles Janneret.
Okay, I know who he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So long time football family over here.
I understand. I hear what you're saying. Yeah.
And my younger brother was an old lineman for Wake Forest underneath Jim Caldwell.
Well, DuSable, all we do is fight. The first half of the game was football. The second half of the game was fight. Who won the fight? Ain't about who won the game. Who won the fight? That's what DuSable was about.
Now I'm gonna ask you something.
Yeah.
Now, how did you win the fight and still say so pretty?
You have to ask Muhammad Ali the same question. The idea of the fight is not to get hit, but to hit. I survived 10 years of pro football. I got no pain. I got no injuries. I got two good knees. I got no bad hips. Everything is cool. I eat a lot of black jelly beans. That's why I look the way I look.
Is that what it is?
I'm 76 years old.
No, you're not.
Black jelly beans hold me together, baby.
You better zoom in and take a look at this. You are not 76.
76.
You look fabulous.
No doubt.
When's your birthday?
3/5/38.
It's coming up.
Yeah, that's will be 76.
Oh my
in March.
goodness.
Yeah.
Well, happy early birthday.
Ain't no problem. I can handle that.
All right.
Yeah.
So now, how did you transition from football into film?
Well, like I said, I was an architect during off season, and so it was 6 months of football, 6 months as an architect. Once I stopped playing football, sit behind a desk for 6 months, I couldn't do it.
Okay.
Transition was too difficult for me. The walls started to close in on me, and I said, I can't do this. 9 to 5, an hour for lunch. This is not my cup of tea. One night I'm watching television, I saw Diane Carroll had a show called Julia. I noticed that each week the new boyfriend was a black guy.
Okay.
I said, I'm better looking than any of those guys. I'm going to Hollywood and become Diane Carroll's boyfriend. So I went to Hollywood. 3 days later, I was signed for a 3-year contract to be Diane Carroll's boyfriend on the Julia show.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love it.
The worst thing I could say to you is no.
That's the truth.
And I said, I went to meet the guy. And I said, you need a regular boyfriend. He says, yeah, we've been thinking about that. I said, well, I'm your man. He said, you ever acted before? I did 5 years of Raising in the Sun and 2 years of Carmen Jones in Canada.
Okay.
I took him to Canada because I hadn't done nothing. If he had asked me what character, I would have been dead in the water. If I'd have said New York, he'd have been saying, Susan Strasberg? So I took him to Canada. I know he didn't know nothing.
All right.
He said, okay, we'll write a show for you. See how you do. So I did well, and they signed me. Yeah.
And so you started there.
Started there, and we were doing it in 20th Century Fox. I'm walking around the comedy store one day, a guy walks by and says, I'm doing a movie. I got a football scene in it. I don't know anything about football. Would you direct and put the football stuff together for me? The guy was Robert Altman. The movie was MASH.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And then you rolled over, and then.
Well, what happened was I decided that if I'm going to be in the business, then I'm going to come in on my own terms. So I called a press conference and I said, I'm coming into the movie business. I got 3 rules. You can't kill me in a movie.
Okay.
I have to win all my fights in a movie.
All right.
And I get the girl at the end of the movie if I want her.
I love
so I'm
your
coming.
rules.
So I'm coming. So then I went to Paramount and I said, let's do a Western. Because they never had a black Western before.
Yes.
They said, what Western you want to do? I want to do The Legend of Nigger Charlie.
Oh.
After he picked himself up off the floor, he said, great idea, I'll fund it. So we shot it.
Wow. So you have directed your career.
That's after coming out of football, I was not going to be used again like pro football used me. I was not going to go through usury. Why should people make more money off of me than me? So I'm trying to close that gap.
Exactly.
Each year I try to close that gap.
Yes. I love it. So now what?
Still making movies. I make 3 a year. I just finished one in Berlin, just finished one in Montreal and one in Phoenix. So I'm going to relax, play some golf, and then I'm going to go back and do a sequel to Original Gangsters. It's called Old School Gangsters. Stars me, Jim Brown, Pam Grier, Richard Roundtree, Bernie Casey, Antonio Fargas, Gloria Hendry, and Robert Forster.
I love it.
Yeah.
I think I should play a young Pam Grier. What you think?
We can practice.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Y'all heard that. So now, quick question for you.
Yeah.
I always talk about people living their greatest life.
Yeah.
And living their passion and purpose.
Right.
Now, you've done several different things. What would you say has been your passion and your purpose so far?
I don't know, because I don't know what it is I want. I don't really know about all the achievements that people give me accolades for are just things that are progressively that I do in my life in a state of progression. So reaching a goal, I don't have any because I don't really know what it is. I don't really know what I'm looking for or searching for, and I haven't reached a maximum of happiness yet, so I don't really know.
Okay. So what would be your words of inspiration to people out there listening and watching you?
Do unto others before they do unto you, because after they do unto you, you may not be able to do unto them.
Oh. And I don't think I have anything to say to that. Well, I thank you so much for spending this time with us.
My pleasure.
It's been wonderful to meet you.
All right.
All right, we'll be back on Sisters in Harmony Network and Africa TV1. This is Dr. Walls with Fred the Hammer Williamson. We'll see you again real soon.